So finally, in like October of last year, I was like, I don't want to, but I think I need to close down the shop.
I am at the Lab here in New Haven, Connecticut, the most insane automotive shop I have ever stepped foot into, and I think many of you could say the same if you know anything about this building behind me. Now, Gio, he's been a buddy of mine for a long time. I actually did Gold Rush 2024 with him. He had an all-white SVJ, which went viral on the internet, that he built at his own shop here in Connecticut. Back in December, the Lab made a post saying that they're closing their doors. It kind of shocked the internet because, again, if you know the Lab, millions of dollars have been dumped into this building for very good reason, because again, there's no other shop like it. While I'm on this side of the country, I had to pop by, say what's up to Gio, and I want to figure out why that was happening or what his other plans are. I think he's literally pulling up any minute now.
There he is.
Absolutely flexing on everybody with the sickest Range Rover I think I've ever seen in my life. What the hell is this?
First time seeing it. Dude, I haven't seen you in like what?
I was gonna say, I have not seen you. You were in Nashville.
Car week.
Your memory is better than mine.
I know.
I just got done telling them about how you're kind of known for having like all white cars.
I haven't had like a comfy SUV in a while. Actually, like ever.
You've had a Urus Performante.
No. Those aren't comfy though.
Oh, okay, true.
So like I wanted a comfy SUV, but now I'm kind of regretting leaving like the fast SUV because I had the Turbo GT Urus.
Which, by the way, the sound system in that car, absolutely horrible sound system. It's like comparable to the Huracan, which if you've driven a Huracan,
awful.
You know what I'm talking about. Even with the new ones, the STOs and everything.
You ever drive a 458?
I have.
That's peak bad.
It's like listening out of like paper.
This is your beast of a building.
I don't know specifics, but you've dumped like millions into this building.
Whoa, wait. The money into the building and the money wasted while being in the building are two different things.
Okay.
In 3 years, approximately $6 million has been put into the business, but into the building itself, not including purchasing the property, because this is a leased building, $2 million into renovating the place into making it what it is, and then $4 million in losses month to month for 3 years. So
Okay.
$6 million total.
For those of you who might not know Gio, he legitimately is like a pioneer in the car giveaway industry. LG&D, you guys are like one of the first to ever really do the car giveaway stuff, kind of.
One of. No, the first for show trucks.
I don't know much about trucks.
Dude, I was a truck guy before I was a car guy. My following on Instagram stemmed from trucks, and I never started getting into the whole car thing until I started becoming a little bit more mature.
He's been in the game for years and years and years.
You make me sound old.
Well, actually, yeah, how old are you?
28.
He's old as shit.
When I started building this place, I was 24 years old. And it took me 4 months to take this from a Planet Fitness, what it was a huge Planet Fitness.
I just learned that yesterday. It was a gym.
Everything was yellow and purple. But it's cool because, and we'll show you when we're in there, a lot of the fixtures, the soffits, and this architectural structure on the ceilings was already here.
Back in December, you guys made a post saying that you were closing your doors. Everybody on the internet, at least in the automotive world, was kind of like, what the f***? To an outsider, it looks like this is just absolutely booming.
So no one really knows anything, right?
We're about to know everything.
Almost everything.
We're about to know everything.
Okay. So where do you want to go first? I mean,
first things first, when you first walk in, you're already met with like, you've never been into another shop that's like this, ever.
It's funny, like you go to a Ferrari dealership or like any luxury car franchise dealership, they always have a beautiful showroom.
Yes.
But they're selling multiple $100,000 cars, right? They have to have that by code for the franchise. Like the franchise requires it. This was just my personal requirement that I wanted to make it this nice. There's higher standards than this for sure. Like there's $10 million buildings. Like this looks amazing. Could I have spent $2 million more on a building this size? Yeah, for freaking sure. But I was 24 years old when I built this place out.
Yeah.
So like it looks amazing to the eye, to Instagram, and it's even amazing in person. But like there's a step above this too.
Yeah.
But how many people want to do it? That's the question.
Let's do a quick little tour. First walk in, this is technically the showroom area. Last time I was here, you had your green STO in here. That was a long time ago.
Opened, yeah.
You had your pink 458. Well, now it's white.
When it was pink, yeah.
Yep. Which actually, I'm staying at his house for one more night until I go to Boston again to pick up the R8. You have your supercars at your house. We'll see those later as well.
This used to be kind of like a wheel display room.
I remember that. You had a bunch of wheels and then
the wall of color.
Yes.
I had my wrap swatches, paint swatches.
It's upstairs now, right? It's
relocated.
This is ridiculous.
So originally, when I first moved into this building, this was the LG&D retail store. It had a huge front desk right here. This wall wasn't here. 50 display. It looked like you were walking into like a Lululemon. But the problem is, this is a dead-end street. There's no walk-in traffic. We're right off the highway. Everyone can see us. Who's getting off the highway? The exit's literally 0.25 miles down the road. By the time you pass it, you already passed it. There is no walk-in traffic. We had a members program for detailing, and I was like, might as well build a members lounge, somewhere for people to kick it while they're getting their cars detailed.
yeah.
This right here, taking this from the retail to this. The bar wasn't there. That room wasn't there. This wall wasn't there, including furniture, was 150 grand.
This is like a speakeasy, like bar or restaurant. Like, bro, I feel like I could sit down and get like a cocktail.
See, then I have my Etsy light falling apart.
Oh.
Geo cheaps out, guys. Shitty materials.
We're just gonna take that off.
Oh, there you go.
and you'll never know.
However many people are watching this video know.
Ignore the massive TV boxes. I realize there's no TVs up here for someone that's in there to kick it. This TV is meant to like show the customer what a build would look like.
Really quick side note, you guys specialize in customization because like I've been loosely using the term automotive shop.
The best way to put it is it's a one-stop shop without having everything in-house. There are shops in the country that have upholstery department, paint booth inside their shop, a wrap department, an electrical department. We know how to put things together. We have a wrap guy that's just amazing. We have him come down when we need him. We have an upholstery guy that we don't pay to keep him payroll because we don't do upholstery every single week. We have amazing painters, so we bring the paint to do paint. We have found the best of the best personnel in each trade. The most important things that I found in the past 3 years of owning this place, trying to find someone for everything is super difficult. You're better off finding someone that runs their own business and they're good, because if you hire someone and they get good enough, if you don't pay them as much as they can make alone, eventually they are going to go and do their own thing.
This is the downfall for pretty much anybody who starts a detailing business.
Wrap, tint.
Well, true, but I always hear about it with detailers because, like, if you text your detailer and you want him to come out like same day or tomorrow or whatever, he's like, oh, I'm booked out for like a week or two. It's like, if you have that much work, you could hire on a couple other people to do it, but they're just gonna realize, well, I could just go do it myself.
A car, some soap, a 5-gallon bucket, and a power washer.
Exactly.
The barrier to entry is the death to any business owner that wants no competition. You have a wrap business, you bring someone in, doesn't know anything about wrap. You train them, you teach them. You don't sign a contract because you're naive and you believe that this person won't do anything and they'll stay with you forever. You teach them, they get really good. They start talking to your customers more than you because now you've trained them, you're not there.
Yep.
And then they realize, this guy likes me more than he likes the business owner. I'm gonna go start my own business because all I need is a 700 square foot shop to pull a car into and some cheap wrap tools.
They already have the client.
They know the client.
So this is the spec room, essentially.
This steering wheel was like $800 on eBay. I only bought it to take it apart and paint the bottom black and these little trim pieces red, just to show that we can customize literally anything. I bought this Ferrari center column shifter, painted the buttons white, and then re-etched them with my laser etcher, just to show that you can really customize. And then even the hazard button, that's white, re-etched. That's a Urus shifter. That was like $1,000. So I bought this stuff literally just to show people what's possible. I didn't need to do that.
That kind of also goes to show kind of the main reason why we're even doing this video to begin with, because like attention to detail for a lot of the stuff that Gio does is as high level as you could possibly get. Like you go above and beyond. That's the case with this entire building, which we've only looked at like 1% of it so far. So wait. Actually, hold on. Purple manifold.
Yep, eBay, and then painted. Ready?
The attention to detail. Holy shit.
Pool sticks.
Bro!
Everything that I could brand.
What?
Conference room. This is where the money's made with the other companies.
There's not a conference going on in here right now, so I guess no money's being made.
No, man. This office was already here, and it was an office at first when we first opened because I had way too many employees at the start. Took my barber's chair from home and just brought it down here, so now my barber comes here to cut my hair, and a few other guys like that.
He has a barber shop in his car shop. All right, let's keep going.
Look, I wanted people to get details and then get a haircut, so I called it clip and clean. I tried so many different services here. The overhead was way too high.
Did you try every service?
Almost every service.
Me and Gio have been to Miami a lot.
We gotta go back.
We do. Before we move past this room, what is that?
That is a Cause figure from Big Sculptures. It's like $5 grand, but I don't even think Cause makes them this big. They make them in like this height. Those ones real are like $100 grand. So if you bought a real one this size, which I don't even know if they make them, it'd probably be like $200 grand.
Jesus.
I have a lot of plants.
You do have a lot of plants.
So that's our coffee station. Dude, I built a dirt bike, and it's at the house actually in the garage. Brand new YZ250, powder coated frame, custom lab graphics, and I stuffed it up there just to look cool. The bike itself was like 10 grand. The work was like 10 grand. It just sat there, completely unnecessary. When I said I was gonna sell the lab, it was like I went through the shop and I found all the things that like just don't need to be here. I was like, might as well take this home, or might as well sell it.
Hey, by the way, before we continue on with the tour, could you grab me a lab branded water bottle, please?
Oh, perfect.
It's actually really good too.
Oh my God, he's get.
Okay, he's just flexing now. Let's go.
Oh wait.
Oh my God.
Ah, you, come on.
These 5 offices were tanning rooms. I got these glass slider doors from Wayfair. They're all custom fit.
I could use a tanning room for sure.
Every single room has an iMac.
Do the employees get to pick which sign they want?
No.
What if like I was a new lab employee and what is this one? This one? Okay, yeah.
See, this one says success
And you wanted
on
that
it.
one.
What if I wanted the success poster and not hustle?
I would probably say sure.
Okay.
Plants, very strategically placed. When you're waiting on the lab to reopen, you can sit here and hang out.
Your office, the boss. You hold the camera real quick. Let's walk into Gio's office. Oh, I'm tired actually.
I don't think I've ever sat in that.
That's
chair.
what I was gonna say.
I
Who
don't
the
think
f
I've
is
ever
ever
sat in
sitting in these
If I
chairs?
have to wait for somebody, this and what's on the other side of there were the men's and the women's locker rooms. My side was the women's, that side was the men's. So this place was disgusting. I had to actually pour this with concrete. That bathroom I had put in, I just tied it into the existing plumbing.
The bathrooms, ever since the first time I came here, I have talked about them to so many people so many times because I still have yet to have an experience like the lab bathrooms.
Bro, it's like a Miami.
That sounds so fucking stupid what I just said, but you will see what I'm talking about. Actually, one thing really worth noting, the only reason why music is off right now is because of copyright on YouTube, so I had to have him turn the music off. Any given day when you come in here, house music is blasting throughout this entire place.
Yeah, not blasting, but like.
You had it pretty loud earlier.
Yeah, it was a good song.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was a good song.
Turn it
Yeah,
up
yeah,
for
yeah.
that song.
Gio and I have
Then
similar
forgot to
music
turn it
taste.
down. Did you see my SVJ model? Spot on.
Who did that?
Oh, I can't tell you.
That is the SVJ he brought on Gold Rush 2024. Doesn't have it anymore, and it was the best SVJ on planet Earth, but...
Oh, I got another one. Just gotta focus on the money. What's that guy's name? The rapper? Don't never forget to get to the money. Something with an R.
R. Kelly.
No, the big guy. Big
Rick
funk-
Ross.
Rick Ross. The railings were here, thank God. And this is gym mat underneath the race deck. Look how many outlets they have. This is all like treadmills and ellipticals. So this is a little seating area now.
Okay, who the hell is sitting up here?
Whoever wants to.
This man and his damn seating areas.
That's been like 3 different places.
Clean places?
My house.
Oh, so not clean places.
This is where we reveal vehicles to the customers. We do the LG&E Winter Days here too. This is where it gets really cool.
As if it hasn't gotten cool already. The first thing off the bat that I noticed in here, especially since
There's not any cars over here right now. Are these lights above?
Those were there.
how it's like the Batman Dark Knight Rises.
When Bruce is walking through his Bat Cave and all these lights turn on one by one.
But now it's just
Surrounds
Gio
the
walking
world.
through his $6 million mistake.
Sound system in the shop. Look at the subs. Those
Yes.
things that are sticking out in that pole.
Yes, that's actually crazy.
Ready? Once I turn on the waiting room. Wait, bathroom.
The bathroom.
Oh, we're gonna walk in here. They won't be able to hear us for a second. Take it in while the music is playing.
What? What? How much was just the bathroom to do all this?
Just this side was probably like 50 grand.
My God. The lab hand towels and a lollipop statue. I want to take a second to remind you guys again, this is an automotive customization shop. All right, let's keep going.
I'm convinced we are the only shop that is legit and has approval from the town and the Connecticut or their state's dealer or repair program that has the waiting room and the showroom combined. The only way that we could get around that, the other alternative to having it open was to have a firewall with fire-rated glass. And do you know how expensive fire-rated glass is? So they wanted me to put a full wall up here, and I was like, absolutely not. I want to see the whole thing as you walk in. I had custom doors that are fire-rated, and if the fire alarm goes off, which it has a few times, those doors drop. Obviously, I could shut them as well. This door was 30 grand. That door was 50 grand, not including installation.
You did this just as a detail thing to have it cohesive with the waiting
I
room.
didn't want a wall to destroy the aesthetic.
That's pretty f***ing cool.
Originally, there were 6 lifts. After December 15th, again, like I said, I decided to sell a couple things. I took one lift, I took it home. I took another lift, I sold it. And for every single lift, I bought a custom-sized lever rack. All the piping was done to go back to my one compressor. All of these aerials that you see in the whole entire shop, there's some on that side, they're all hard piped.
Oh, this right here.
The ventilation system, those 2 ducts that you see right there, that's another thing the town made me do. I needed to put in a emissions sensor system. Bought a forklift for the shop. It's a beautiful forklift, painted it black, of course.
What windshield is this for?
High country, when we do a Starlight headliner, we pull the windshields out.
I was hoping it was for a 2017 Audi R8.
That's the compressor that powers the whole entire shop.
How much was that guy?
20 grand. These are 2023 model year Hunter machines. These 2 together were 80 grand. Oh, this is the carbon monoxide system. This was our parts area. To get a dealer license in Connecticut, you need to have these signs they make you get. I went as far as getting them in the exact size I needed them, in the exact text and format that I needed them, but I made them black and I put our logo on them. Ask me what the Wi-Fi is.
What the Wi-Fi is?
Yeah.
What's the Wi-Fi? All right, what's next?
I really wanted to make this like a dealership. Like you walk into the parts department, you go up to the window and you talk to Sam.
Right.
Had a dream.
Right.
Had a dream.
Now we're gonna walk through this thing in the back.
Detail bay.
Wow.
This property is on well and septic. So when you have well and septic, you can't pipe your drain to the street. There's no sewer to pipe it to. There is a tank almost the size of half of this room and about 10 feet tall. 15,000 gallon holding tank. Cost $20,000 to rip up the concrete, dig with an excavator, and drop that thing in. There's a long drain. The water goes into this holding tank and it needs to get emptied out when it gets full. It takes about a year of washes to get full.
Which actually, while it's leaving, he just got that brand new M5.
Just got lowered. This is the final leg of the building. Ignore the mess.
Bro, it is so messy in there.
It is.
Holy shit.
The guy I had back here was a caveman, and he did not give a crap. I built the most beautiful detail spot for him, and he just was a mess. Beautiful detail work space. Nice little bathroom built out. Washer dryer had set up so they can wash the microfibers. This is pissing me off. I gotta get it. This used to be where we had our PPF plotter.
Bro, you guys have everything.
Except $6 million. Let's talk about it.
I don't want to talk about that. All right.
So now, back in the craziest Batcave office of all time, with a sign that says think. And I gotta be honest,
It's really making me think here. $6 million, Gio. We've ran all the numbers, and we've analyzed you as a person, and we've got to have a chat.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I'll let you start. Let's talk about the beginning of your up. Let me be clear. I'm fully joking, obviously, but I know that probably a lot of you are curious as well, like what is happening with the lab. Because I know you've even been posting on Instagram a little bit, kind of teasing a couple things here and there, and I'm sure everybody's like, I thought they closed their doors. And obviously, it is currently February 19th.
but you have the floor, Mr.
Yeah, I got the floor for
Mr.
like
Giovanni.
an hour, 30 minutes.
I don't know. Give a.
Like how deep you want me to go? So, I mean, I explained it very briefly. Again, I only made one video on my personal page explaining the reasoning for closing down the doors, but that's it. That's where I left it. The news articles ended up posting it like lab to close its doors forever. They saw the lab's post, but then they went to my personal Instagram and referenced quotes from that video saying that I hadn't made a penny in 3 years that I've operated the business, and that's true. I haven't made a penny from this business. And everybody's immediate thoughts are, Daddy closed his checkbook, or oh, Daddy stopped giving him the money. I mean, that was like the only thing, or just he's an idiot, a trust fund baby, blah, blah, blah. Truth is, like, and I can say this as many times as I want, and the people that don't believe will never believe. Kind of the same thing as the giveaway company. I'm so used to this, of people not believing, and no matter how much you try to get them to believe with the giveaway company, because it's not a scam. Every person that thinks it's a scam continues to think and will continue to think it's a scam forever. Oh, they're giving them to friends, they're giving them to family. Like, dude, ask any of the winners. Like, we just had one here today, and you walked in, the winner was here. You can't convince someone that they're wrong when they're so convinced that they're right. Success isn't everything, right? But it definitely plays a big part in your persona. The biggest part of my success was definitely the takeoff of LG&D Supply Co. when I was 20 years old. Before I was 20 years old, I was building custom headlights out of a 1,500 square foot shop. I had one lift in my shop, and I've told this story on YouTube a few times, many places, but your viewers have never heard this ever. And like, even if you want to hear it, it's not publicly available. You can't just search Gio's story. But at the end of the day, like the shop that I had, that I functioned this custom headlight business out of, which needed nothing to start, just a few hand tools and my first truck, which my parents did buy me for $15,000.
Oh, so you're a fucking silver spoon kid. Oh, that's it, guys. This is the outro.
Figured out my freaking secret. The first truck that I ever had, it was 2013 when I got my license. I was 16 years old. They gave me a $15,000 budget. Obviously, just turned 16, couldn't get a job. My parents were nice enough because they're successful. I never asked for anything. Even more so after I started making my own money. I immediately stopped asking for anything. Nonetheless, got the $15,000 truck, took the headlights out because I've always been good with my hands and making things. So I built a set of headlights and it worked, and I just started an Instagram page and it started working out well. It was Legends Off-Road Performance. 4 or 5 years later, as I was building this company, I went from my shed in my backyard where it started to a 700 square foot shop to a 1,500 square foot shop. And then this, which is 25,000 square feet. I was in college and I had the idea to do a giveaway company because I saw a couple other companies like 8080 and Diesel Brothers doing really ugly off-road style trucks, big meaty tires. 8080 was doing GTR giveaways, and there was Speed Society as well, which was doing some other giveaways as well. But there was no one doing show trucks. And the trucks I was building for myself and the trucks that I was building headlights for customers were show trucks. Wide, big wheel, small tire. I grew a following for my trucks in the 5 years that I was running Legends Off-Road Performance, and it became successful. Like my biggest year ever was my last year doing it. I made $1 million revenue, which was $100,000 take home for me. That was the most I had ever made at that point. That gave me enough money to go and buy the first truck for LG&D to do a giveaway. I was willing to take the risk. And I knew e-commerce at that point because I was selling stuff online for Legends Off-Road Performance. So I tried it. First one worked. Didn't work out too well, but I realized the potential with it was 10x, 100x more than I could have ever done with headlights. And I only had one lift in my shop at the time. So I was like, this lift can either be for customers, which I barely get, people that I'm working on the trucks. I'm doing 90% of my revenue on headlights that I was taking in from customers, shipping them to me, customizing them and shipping them back to the customers, than I was on people bringing me their trucks. So I was like, I can either use this lift for trucks, for customers, or I can use it for a giveaway, because you need to have that lift available so that you can do giveaways. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna shut down Legends Off-Road Performance immediately. I completely focused on LG&D Supply Co. And my original thought was to one day come back to the shop. Like, I didn't want to stop forever. I love customization. I love customizing things, clearly, the shop. I finally found this place. I was ready to buy this place. The down payment would have been like 1.5 million, right? I ended up just signing the lease, and I was like, listen, I know you're not putting it in the lease, but I'm going into this with the intention to one day buy it. And that's why I put so much money into this place, because I never had the intention of leaving. This was my dream. This is what I wanted. When I shut down Legends Off-Road Performance with the intention to one day open up a new shop, the vision was it has 3 other buildings. When I buy the property one day, I can use one building for the dirty stuff and have this be the clean building, and then have the other building be storage with 3 tiers lined on the left and the right wall, and then a restaurant. Build this into Legend Land. And that was the original goal. That kind of all came to a collapse when I decided to shut down December 15th. And I had these thoughts all of 2025. The reason that the lab was even able to sustain the past 3 years was because I have a very successful business that has been feeding it. And the only reason I was able to justify it personally, and I'm 100% owner in LG&D, so I could do whatever the I want with the money that I make. I was justifying it because LG&D works out of here. The lab was building trucks for LG&D, and the numbers were just flowing together too much that I never actually looked at it. Because when I was still alone in my old shop, I was in the bank account every day. The second I got in here, I was like, huge space, I need one of everything. 2 media guys, 1 for YouTube, 1 for Instagram, I need a janitor, I need a bookkeeper, I need an assistant, 5 techs, manager, literally all these employees that you don't need. Every decision, every mistake has all been me. I've had people that try and give me advice, and half the time I don't listen. But you know, I always think to myself that the best lessons that you learn are the ones that you learn the hard way. LG&D was able to sustain these payments for 3 years. After I hired my bookkeeper, I kind of just stopped looking at the books. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to see it. We're making enough money. If it's losing 100 grand a month, it'll get there at one day. Our overhead at its highest was like $250,000 with payroll and everything else. If we do $400,000 in sales and we have a 50% margin, that's only $200,000. Right there, that's a $50,000 deficit. But it wasn't always $400,000 in sales. The average that we were doing was like 200 to 300, and that was pushing the limit, and that was causing some problems. You know, I had my PPF guys absolutely booked to the point where they couldn't do any more. It was just the perfect storm of disaster. I was just completely blinded because I had something to be paying for. And if you don't have this profit generating machine to fund a business that's losing money, you're really looking at number to number. But since I had that profit generating machine, not only was it stealing money out of my pocket, income that I would have been keeping, it was going to employees, it was going to stupid expenses that I didn't need. And I'm not saying the employees were stupid, I'm saying all the other expenses on top of the employees, all these things that I didn't need, like I pointed out.
An SVJ Roadster.
SVJ Roadster, I mean, that's a big part of why I got rid of it. Dude, I could afford 15 SVJ Roadster payments every single month with the amount of money I was losing here. And now that it's shut down, I'm still paying for it out of my pocket to keep the building open and to be in here. But that number is about half of what it was when the lab was operating. So finally, in like October of last year, I was like, I don't want to, but I think I need to close down the shop.
The amount of people that hit me up about it, and they're like, all right, give me the scoop. I'm like, first of all, even if I knew the scoop, I wouldn't be telling you, but like, why me?
No one knew. Like, I just kept everything to myself. Only the closest people that are in this building. Not everybody in this building. I was actually working with a buyer that was going to move in here, a guy that owns 2 locations of customization shops, one in Utah and one in Arizona. He told me he was committed, and then in January like 11th, he backed out. And I was like, dude, if you know you're going to back out, like, tell me, because I could be pursuing another buyer.
Everything happens for a reason. You guys even know too, with like, you know, all the shit that I've had going on lately in the past couple months or weeks, really. Another big part of this video that I kind of want to talk about is where things are heading, where you might be in, like, let's say a couple weeks from now, really, because I've heard a couple things.
Listen, I've been hiding what my plans are, but after this guy that I was planning a deal with, and I really thought was going to go through. And like you said, everything happens for a reason. And I believe in that as well. The second that he backed out, I was like, well, now I got to go back to the drawing board and find someone new. Like I dropped everything. I wasn't even talking to new people after I found him because I was like, dude, I'm going to focus 100% on you so I don't waste my time with other people. So anyways, I was brainstorming different options. Find someone, find something to do with the lab. Rent the space out. It's already built out. Use it as an event space. Make it a gym. Like all these different things were going through my head. The idea finally popped into my head, and I'm not going to say the exact specifics.
Strip club.
That would be sick. The important thing for the viewers to know, what I showed you that has changed so far is a very good telltale sign of what is going to happen in here. That space that was the display area, look at it, try and think what that's gonna be. The front desk isn't there anymore. Why? 2 lifts taken out, 4 left. Why? Point being, the goal is to stay in here. I'm not leaving. The team that is still with me is remaining. The lab will reopen. Won't tell you when, won't tell you why, won't tell you what for, but I will tell you that it is going to reopen. All the people that have gone online to say bad things, you can't stop that.
Every time I'm seen on the internet, I need a haircut, and which I do now, actually, I will admit. But yes, I'm very well aware of that too.
To all the people that are trying to do something, no matter how big or small, no matter what anybody says, no matter how much they love you or hate you, if they talk bad on you or they don't believe that you could do something, do it. If you want to do it, do it. As long as you truly believe that it's going to work out, even if you fail, it's better to learn from a failure than to not try at all. That's all I can say.
That makes you think. I think that pretty much sums it up. Let's go look at your...
Yeah, my few cars.
Few cars.
My few cars.
Not an SVJ Roadster anymore.
No, a couple months. Couple months.
Back at the home of Mr. Lab Scientist. There are 2 extremely bright and white supercars that... I think the internet knows the GT3 RS very well. And also, I guess this one. This was a SEMA build that you kind of finished up one year.
I love white cars.
That's your thing.
I love all white.
This is my favorite GT3 RS on the internet. Everything is all paint.
Yep. Headlights are painted on the inside. Even the hardware on the wing.
That's so
just powder coated white. That's the lab dirt bike I was talking about that was parked up top.
Oh yeah.
Liberty Walk, wide body.
Yes,
kit.
you guys did the interior too. I forgot about that.
Valvetronic exhaust, full straight pipe, custom hood scoop.
I have never noticed that. And this also has like what, 60-something thousand miles on it?
67,000. Yeah, I bought. This was my first supercar ever. Bought it. I gave it away for LG&D 5. It didn't make any money. And the guy that won it out in Washington State, I was like, you know, one day I want to buy this back from you. This is the one car I ever gave away that I was like, I have an emotional attachment to it. So I bought it back when I opened the lab, and I was like, that's gonna be a showroom piece. So then we did every single thing that the lab offered: custom interior, wide body kit, wheels, suspension, paint matched headlights, paint match, wrap. Basically, this was the showpiece, showcasing everything that we're capable of.